Now we're going to move on to glycolysis. It is a very involved catabolic pathway that is found in almost all cells. For this course, I will give you a broad overview of the process, then I'll go over the process of glycolysis, then I will remind you of what you need to remember for an exam. First off, glycolysis happens in the cytosol of the cell. This represents a mitochondrion. Glucose is broken down into pyruvate. In the process, ATP and NADH are generated. Both ATP and NADH are used in cellular anabolic reactions. Oh, by the way, when the figure says electrons carried via NADH, at this point the electrons are traveling with their protons as hydrogens. All ATPs generated during glycolysis are produced by substrate level phosphorylation, or by moving the phosphate group from one molecule to another. The process is called glycolysis because it is the splitting of glucose, a 6-carbon sugar, into 2-pyruvate. Pyruvate is a 3-carbon organic acid. To split glucose, the cell must use 2 ATP. It's kind of a you have to spend money to make money situation. After glucose is split into 2 3-carbon sugars, the cell makes 4 ATPs and 2 NADHs in the process of making pyruvate. Once you subtract the ATPs the cell has used, you have 2 net ATPs and 2 NADHs, as well as the 2 pyruvates and 2 waters that are formed. So here's what I want you to remember for glycolysis. Why does the cell perform glycolysis? What is the benefit to the cell? Where does glycolysis happen in the cell? What is the starting substrate for the metabolic pathway called glycolysis? What energy is used during the metabolic pathway called glycolysis? What energy is produced during glycolysis? What are the ending products of glycolysis? If you can't answer these questions right off, go back through the recorded video or search your textbook. If the answers still elude you, ask me during our question-answer sessions. I can feel the temptation to just go do a web search for the answers, but be aware, there are a lot of wrong answers on the internet. Oh no, not on the internet! Say it's not so!